Welcome to the tarot song. Today we will see what they want to know about you. And here's what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If you don't like it, you go. Pay to anyone. Now choose one of the three. Go A2 and BA will start number 1. Here. Now, I can see that you and this person have feelings, or at least they think they are. There's something between the two of you. It just got to a normal level. And this person wants to know that. What do you feel for them? About love. What's your emotional level? Are you ready to open up to them, or are you? I want to leave this relationship. It should be in the moment they contact you. You may have very mixed signals. You can be a green light, red light, yellow light at the same time, so they don't know that you welcome them into your life. Or not if they know about the calendar, your history, what you've been through. They don't even know that you have healed. Have you opened up yet? Or if they... Let's push this relationship forward. But when you're not ready, they're suspicious. It is very likely that you will get them out of your life. Or you'll be indifferent and not want to continue. I don't want to connect with them anymore. This man himself has a lot of things. Confusion here, but about them, they know they have. Feeling with you. I see that this person feels. Whether you are male or female, you're pretty much the only two in your life. It's like you have a career, you have income, your life it. You also give them a sense of security. You know what you want, or you give them a feeling. You have the ability to care and worry about yourself and others. Where they identify you, a wife and a husband in the future. And if it doesn't get to that level, you can be a person. It's like there's a strong presence inside. It's their lives. If you two agree to develop this relationship. For now, this person is guessing a lot. I think the more they guess, how much does it make them more passive? That means they won't want to. There are some actions that it's kind of sudden or thoughtless. Sometimes it can be a situation. It's as simple as texting you. They also think that it's as if they had previous thoughts, something to write about. For example, raw Sao content. If I see you outside, what to tell you about, and how to say. They're really brainstorming every time it has a contact or connect with you. This person could be a person very cowardly, or they're very stable in their emotions. Before they meet you, it should be what your presence does for them. I feel very confused. It's like you're destroying the tranquility they have. And so, I see that this person feels that this relationship is not simple. When they contact, they are watching you a lot. And it also seems to be paying attention to small factors. As a gesture, your eyes, for example, your gaze. How do you dress, Sao? How do you eat? Everything they're like is a camera. That's what they put in. And then they're done. And then they're going to start thinking. It's like sitting there analyzing. And let's say, for example, what this gesture of yours means. They're quite attentive. Apart from what it's kind of about love. They want to know more about you. They want to know about the common man, your common O, your family, for example. Or what plans do you have back in the life? It's like what you want to do in the future. Or what calculations do you have about your career? I think they also want to participate in these plans for the future, or at least you. They want you to be able to let them know. It feels like they're not being ignored, or they play a role, some role in your life. It should be if meet this person and you tell them about your life, or, well, if you have frustration, something you share with them, or if you have a problem and you ask them, it's like asking them what they should do, how to behave. For example, this person is very happy because it's like you're welcome. They come into your life. Sometimes the way this person talks, it's very gentle and slow. Yes, and it began to appear from their voices already, as they say very softly. Or maybe they notice and say, for example, I'm talking to you. You want to say something, but you haven't. You haven't even opened your mouth yet. You're a little hesitant, but they knew that they were. They need to wait for you, waiting for you to kind of think it over, then tell you. For example, they won't be in a hurry. Motivate you to speak when you're not ready. They also pay a lot of attention. Well, they'll know that. What are you trying to say? Or maybe for example, you want to open your mouth. If that you? I don't live near your mother. They also really want to know. That's what this relationship is like. It's like you have a connect something to to your mother, to your family. The quality of those relationships. People often talk about it. What topics do we talk about together? They also want to know that they are your friends. Mother's father gets along or not, and if there's a problem. So what's the reason? I think the more they want, dig deep into your life, because they want to look at the real you, not through the stories of those other AIs, or through their observation. They want you to open yourself up. Let them know that it's this subject that they're allowed to touch on. This is a topic they're allowed to participate in. For example, how much more open is it to this person? It's so much fun. It is because they feel that it is. Their importance, it's getting bigger and bigger, or at least the place. Their standing, it's getting more and more weight. But on the contrary, this person also wonders. Find out what's in them. It's like you've noticed about their words or not, or if they're upset. There are discomforts. Did you discover anything? It means they don't just care about you. They even ask the question themselves. I don't know if you noticed the opposite about them or not, or the level. Notice how much you care about it. And they also wonder if they don't know what they're telling you here. Do you remember? Sometimes it can also be things. It's kind of a wishful thinking, but they wish they were friends. Or maybe you found out. Now, let's say they mentioned, for example, that they like to eat something. They also want you to notice about that or remember that. And the next time you invite them to go to that bar, for example, or let's say you two like each other. Like something, for example, or like something at the same time. They kind of want to exchange with you more on this subject. They want to make it feel like home to you. They want you to see them as your home. If you have had them in the past, there is some sadness in life. Or are those relationships not good? They also want to know that they are friends. Get out of relationships. Is this completely 100%? Or you're attached to something? And if so, for whatever reason. Are you still in contact with your ex? Are you still connected to them? Who has hurt you or not? Or are those people still in your life or not? They have a lot of questions, but sometimes they do attach themselves. Don't allow them to ask questions. Frankly, this is because they think that if they pushing too hard is very likely that they will scare you or make you feel good. Why do they ask questions? So weird, for example. So it's very likely that they think this relationship needs a little more time. Then they slowly confess. They get what they want. Sometimes you will be surprised when they have any questions. It's very strange, and it can be off topic. But in fact, this is intentional. Because they've wanted to ask that question for so long, they haven't found the right time yet. So let's just throw it out now. What's going on? Come. This man himself, doesn't he want to have things? What's wrong with you? Don't like them or don't like them. They will also be very controlled. It's about daily behavior, if you will. You and they talk to each other. Then after that conversation, they'll think like again. They stopped for 5 minutes. Talk about what you talk about and what you have. Well, a gesture, for example, if you two are far apart or there are differences in a language or culture, they also think, and they're sort of self-investigating as well, under your culture, under the language. I think this person is quite concerned. So they also have questions. It's about you. It's not about the surrounding factors. They ignore the people around Rossau. They just want to know that they're friends. Think about the people around you and what they are like. And you have connections. To what extent with the people around? And the people hate you or those you don't like. And now there will be numbers related to you. 780967-3943. 5658. 80 to 1090-34. And this year there are bows. Gemini female history. Libra, Scorpion, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Centaurs. First of all, this person. The default is you. It's a very strong spiritual ability. Or you have something that goes beyond that level. Of ordinary people, you may also have the ability to prophecy, or you may say. It's very effective. It becomes a reality. It's in those cases. They don't believe in the elements. They think you read it. The others are pretty good. You are very psychological. And what they're wondering about, it's about your way of thinking. How you think you brainstorm Rossau. Why do you come to that conclusion? Based on what you've discovered, get out of it. And if you have the methods, the A's, the answer to something is based on. What makes you come to such a conclusion? That means you have those. Experience it or not, that thing. Or have you experienced it? Or have you met in the past? They're kind of curious, too, about your platform. What knowledge bases do you have? What experience is in life? Or the commons. What have they taught you around you? To help you is kind of good. More on the psychological side, or in terms of thinking. At least they're comparing you to people they know. First of all, this person thinks a lot, but they have a tendency to be quiet. So, it's very likely that they are overthinking. It means they have a lot of questions and curiosity about you, but they don't necessarily say raw. Sometimes, for example, they meet friends, I've asked 60 questions, but just one sentence. And in the middle of your answer are they. Think about other questions. So it's going to get bigger and bigger. The time they think about you, the time that they care about you, it's going to get more and more. This person has a tendency to want to learn from you. Now the learning, it can also be related to knowledge. It's like, where did you study? If you've ever been involved. So where is that course? Who is that teacher? They'll want to know the specifics. And in case it's about life experiences, it's simply what you go through. You've been to places you've met. The kinds of people you've met. What situations, for example. They want to know, they want to talk. They also believe that I want to be someone like you, but less. They will be good than their current version if they learn from you. For example, the next thing to do is this guy. Very carefully. They're in this relationship and they don't want to make it for you. There are frictions or the feelings. I can't stand them. So they're going to try to preserve this relationship. And the question here is, how do we build this relationship? And how to avoid it? Topics that you don't want, or you have to try to keep it. How do we allow this relationship to continue? It means that sometimes they're about curious what you don't like, because that's what they're going to avoid in the future. And if you've ever reminded them, now let me give you an example. You don't like somewhere. You don't like that kind of person. You don't like an activity. They will remember. That means they won't have to. Let's say you do those activities, or there won't be. I want you to go to that place or something. Eat those if you don't like them. I think this person also has one. It's kind of like a brain that they remember things. They don't like it because they want to. There's a relationship. Get along with you here. Have fun with you here. So they don't want to create something. I have some aversion to you. The next thing here is, in the feeling, they think that you are very real. Back to the feeling. You're back to your mind. In return for what you desire. They don't feel like they're playmates. And you won't either. Compromise with your environment again. Now they want to know too. It's what you do to be the current version. What do you do to love yourself so much? And there are improvements. What changes where you are to help you become the version you are today? In the gathering, it's a lot of stuff. It's about the forehead and the eyes. These could be parts. It grows stronger where you are now. For example, the eyes. For example, hair, hair, hair. Your eyebrows are hairy. Your eyelashes are long. Your forehead, for example. Maybe it's high. I think it is very likely that you use your eyes to see a lot of things, but at the same time, it's not just seeing. So you will easily to detect things that it's kind of like sao. Now let's say you're sitting next to an AI. You see clearly what people are like. But at the same time, you also promote that, the ability to sort of see through that person. It's not necessarily based on physical things. It can also be about emotional energy. If you work in professions, it's got this creative quality. It's got the nature. It's related to the numbers. Is it related to? Is art related to that? Art, something that's in the form of using the mind to. It's easy to invent a product. Well, this guy is curious. It's about your mindset. They seem to recognize that they're friends. They're more active in dubious areas. Areas that people can't see. So if we judge you by pairs, eyes, it will not be enough and it will not end. In addition, here they are. I think there's a lot of stuff in your brain. For example, many things happen at the same time. At the same time, you can also multitask, or you can be busy with many things at the same time. And they're like a kind of want. Open up your brain and see what's in it, why it's better than others. It's like an ancient form. It's got what it is more than other machine, for example. Now, no matter whether this person has feelings for you, they will be very fans. The way you think and your way of thinking. If this person has feelings for you, they seem to think you're very smart. And they don't. There are signals that kind of belittle you. On the contrary, they rate you very highly. And even if you, it's like being younger than them or, people on the same page. Then they see that you have something special. It seems very difficult to find second person like you. Add to that, it's like you feel full. Back to the person you are. You feel full of life again. You feel complete with what you have. So this person feels that you're quite satisfied with yourself, with your life. What it did to make you feel funny. What factors are the heart in life based on? This guy has a lot of questions, but they're not going to ask at the same time. I think they kind of have one too. The calculation here, that means in the questions they have. Depending on the time, it depends on when you meet them or what. The local, they'll write out one of the questions that's important. And they want to sort of ask that question to Chow. See you answer. And not only do you answer, and it's kind of like, in that context, what's it like? It gives them a sense of what it feels like when you answer. In many cases, the focus this post has nothing to do with emotions. That means you're asking about someone as a colleague, friends, for example. They rate you very highly. And they also think it seems to be that with the person you are. You also easily attract others by the intelligence, by the special you have. Now there will be numbers related to you. 1089, 27365 for 918-89. 77, 21, 6, 9, and 10. Now here's the bow. Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Aries, Gemini. Pisces and Scorpions. Now I see that it's this guy. There's a lot of questions. What does it have to do with your development? In the life you've met before, what situations have you ever encountered to help you become the person you are today? If you are in that phase, it's like a choice. And for example, job selection, choice of direction. When choosing a career, which one would you choose? They're very confident. It's very about plans and calculations. You are in the future. I think they think you're going to change your life. Or you're about to. There are transformations of things. A turning point in your life. They may feel that you are flirting in your choice. You may be in the reference phase. It's in the thinking phase. We're in a sort of a learning phase. But chances are you haven't made a 100% decision yet. It doesn't matter what event you've decided on. Either way, there will be events keeps coming in your life. This person also feels you are a very human being. It's about seeing the opportunities, surround and know how to take advantage. So sometimes they're curious about how to do it. And for what reason did you discover? Come on, this is an opportunity. Now let me give you an example. Let's say you trade. Where do you know that this is a customer? Potential. Where do you know that this place is one? Good place to open a shop. Where do you know that is? Customers like your product, so they can also feel that there are many things. It's based on a sense of anticipation. But at the same time, you are also very good at guessing the right things for you. And for some people, it is very likely that you will also have good luck. Something in life more than ordinary people. It should be if they believe in spiritual things. They also want to know that you have. What kind of blessings do you have that luck? Or your family's mother BA lives raw so that you can have that kind of luck. Then you are kind in some way. For example, the next thing, this person here feels that you are quite brave, feeling quite bold. It's like when you find out that you are, what do you need to do? You can be in a hurry. You don't need. It's like thinking or pondering too much. Of course, you will also have some time. You think about choosing. But once you've decided, then you don't have to turn back. So you can be a human being who has an owner. Very definitely. You don't seem to have the chance. So that 7 defeat, or at least raw, is not there for yourself. To step back. So they're wondering. That's where you get that courage. Where is raw that you are so strong? If you were a girl, what would you go through? Or maybe your mother used to educate you that you are a girl. It's a masculine quality. If you are South Asian, why did you grow up like that? Now there's some people here. This one. I assume it's your life. It's not easy, even though they think you're lucky. But you'll also go through cases as sad as others are as. For example, there are situations, something it's unintended. And this person also knows that you've recovered behind those events. But it's very likely that people can also see that it's not in your life. Everything is fine and it's always 100% fun. You've had stumbling blocks. They also wonder if, how do you recover? It means what you do. Let yourself be happy again. Or is it something that you can click on? That you become a human being? It's more fun or more positive behind the scenes. Take that fall, for example. And if you're a business person, or these are the people that, well, there's some research involved. Make money from work. They also very much want to be based on what factors you decide. That job, or maybe that way of making money. Now I'm telling the truth. This relationship, it has to do with a feeling. If this person, they have feelings for you, then the factors. So they like the success of you. Then they love who you really are. And it's also very likely that it's a bit of a property. Means to admire the admiration. It goes first and the feeling comes later. With you in an emotional relationship, or there's some form of it related to emotions. But the majority, to be honest, this person doesn't exist with you. Each other's intentions. Talk about what you two could be. There's absolutely no feeling for each other. These could be people they're curious about. Back in your life, as friends, they're asking you what you're doing. For example, the relatives, neighbors, for example. You are a human being. It is possible to meet a gentleman. Now they want to ask, well, what do you do to get your book to attract these people into life, or that you did so to discover? Turns out this is the ideal environment to meet your precious ones. And in addition to that, here's what you do. Keep up your motivation in this environment or in this activity until you succeed. So it will also have its successes. It will be late, not the successful ones. Do something later. For a long time, you see that everything goes up. Where do you get the motivation to be so patient? Where do you get the A? To persevere with. There are plans in the future, or with goals in the future. Sometimes when you invest, you don't see the results. You have to be patient. You wait until the result comes to you. But it comes when you don't know. Then this person, it could also be people. I want to have quick successes, or they want things. Well, success is easy, so sometimes they don't have patience. Ring for the lasting, and so their lives are precarious. It's like learning these methods. The method, waiting for the method of perseverance. The effort here. And they're also surprised and wonder. It will open up to you in the future. Can they be like you? Or whether they could be accompanying with that door with you or not. I also want to kind of stick with you. In order to get the positives, or scented by you, for example, or if you, there are certain highlights in life, like you're getting a promotion or there are changes in money. It is very likely that they also want eating Theo, so that at least it's, well, it feels like I've achieved something. If you and this person are friends, they think this relationship should be kept. Because in the future, it's going to grow stronger, because each of your successes will be a witness. And the witness here, maybe it's to help them learn, help them change. Because even if you succeed or not to go, they'll also see the process you're going through, so they will too. Well, it's like getting the evidence, or the it's your effort. Copy those things into their lives. General. This is the person who used to be. See the times that you flip. The times that you. Or it has some. Let's say a fall is over and you get up. So I think that this person really wants to learn the ability of something like turn your back on the possibility, your struggle, the ability to get out of things. It's heavy in life. Maybe these people are the same people. They are struggling, or it's a bit of an intention to surrender, give up on the hard things. Now they need to have somewhere to go. Based on it can be mental. It could be emotion, but they found that. It's as if they found out that you're their rock there. And add to that, and they think you're a human being. It's very straightforward and easygoing. It's like when you don't like something, you say out. You're kind of like there's no obligation. Others must follow you. Too many cells, and they will have the feeling that they have. There is freedom. It could be saying what they want and not judged by you. They will also easily open their mouths. We talk about stuff or confide in you more than the people in. It's their lives. Now there's going to be relevant numbers here. 2398066. 83 97 40 36 and 72 are now available. Gemini, Aries, Scorpion, Libra, Lion, Taurus, Centaur, Cancer, and Aquarius.